Hello and welcome back to the Last Place Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your co-host, Ethan, joined once again by Ryan. And it's title week. It's title week. We've got the big man Ryan going up against the heartbroken Josh, who is not here today, but it is co-host versus co-host, mongrel against mongrel. Two men enter, man's gonna leave. So how are we feeling?
It is
For all the
the
cojones.
big time, the big game. This is for all the marbles.
The big thing.
Championship.
You're gonna do it.
I am, Ethan, I wanted to announce this on the podcast. I am in 9 leagues.
Yes.
Get this, 9 leagues this year.
You're sick?
Guess how many I am in the championship in?
2.
5. I am in the championship in 5 leagues. Yeah, I am so excited. I have never been in the championship. I've done multiple leagues, and I've been in the championship like maybe 2 times, like a year out of those like 10 or so leagues I'm in every year. This year I was in 9, but five of them this year, and I'm in the championship, which is awesome. Fantastic. I'm very proud of myself this year, but yeah. So this week, I've got a lot of research and a lot of tinkering to do before Sunday.
You got anyone playing? You got any Jets players tonight?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean,
or tomorrow?
It's Wednesday, so I don't have anybody playing tonight.
Work has been so wild, man, with having Monday off that I have no idea what day it is.
Yeah, so I think I have one person playing. I don't know who is playing on Thursday. I don't know.
Somebody. I will.
Yeah, but I think I have one person playing. So I think it's the Jets.
Jets Cleveland.
Yeah, Jets Cleveland. So I have Breece Hall playing on Thursday night.
Which he wasn't going to help me in that IDP league that you traded him to me, and he put up 40 points last week and got me to the ship.
Yeah, and he put up 40 points against me in my work league and knocked me out of the playoffs.
You win some, you lose some.
I was so pissed. I lost by quite a few more than 40 points, but still, my team kind of dropped a fat egg last week in my work league, so I'm out there.
How does it feel?
Yeah, it sucks to suck. But at least I'm in the championship in 5 leagues.
See, so I'm
2. So happy.
I'm shooting for 2 this year. Not in your league. In my league and in that defense league that we're in. So hopefully.
This is the first year that me and Ethan have done IDP, and it was fun. It's wild. I didn't think it was fun. I thought it was crazy.
I like it way more than just having a defense, like just having like Buffalo defense. I think it's way better.
I think it just makes it. Yeah, it just makes it really complicated, and there's not a whole lot of consistency with it. Like there's defensive players that just like blow up one week and then get like 5 points the next week.
Like that week that Mac had 7 sacks and scored like 70 points. Himself.
Yeah. And like Harrison Smith, like he had that 50-point game and then was quiet for a couple of weeks. And I had him in my lineup and I was like, great. Okay. I can't do anything with you now. So it was interesting. But we're not here to talk about IDP.
We're here to talk about dream lineups IDP. Very quickly.
We are here to talk about dream lineups.
Yes, before the show.
Yeah. And our championship. We're going to kind of go over our roster a little bit. But we're going to start with dream lineups.
We need to yell at Josh about the trophy.
I mean, he'll care about it when he wins it this week.
Oh, so. Just watch. He's going to win it on Sunday and be like,
everyone be like, all right, where's the money for the trophy?
All right, guys, this is ridiculous. All right, it's been 2 years.
That's exactly what'll happen. I guarantee it. Here in a couple weeks,
you're gonna win it
from him.
You don't need a.
No, if I win, I'm gonna be pushing
Yep.
it.
Fair enough. Fair
Oh
enough.
man, yeah, that's crazy that the two commissioners in our league are in the championship.
Yep.
Can you
Sounds like
can you say
collusion.
collusion?
Yeah,
Yep.
it sounds like
Can you say
collusion.
collusion?
Exactly what
Oh man.
it's
All
happening.
right. So week
That's what we
17
do.
dream lineups. Let's go with our first pick, the QB position.
Me and Josh have this
Josh, yep. Josh and you both have Hurts. Who
mashup.
are they playing?
The Giants, bro.
Giants.
Yeah.
Giants.
But
Okay.
he's defense and he gets rushing yards. Easy pick.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
Jalen
I
Hurts for
mean,
the
it's
ship.
gonna be
Golly, I wish I was you.
yeah. And see, I have Lamar Jackson against Miami. So I think he's going to get a lot of rushing yards too, and I'm banking on it.
Yeah.
And I
That'd
think
be
it's going to be a high
something.
scoring game that he's going to have to use that dual threat to get
Yeah.
those yards.
I
So,
have Josh Allen for my ship, and
mhm,
same thing. Like I'm just hoping for rush yards,
yeah,
man. Same thing with Jalen Hurts and Lamar.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting. So, let's all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. Me and you both have the same running backs. We both have CMC versus Washington and Jameer Gibbs versus Dallas. The Jameer Gibbs versus Dallas, that's a little bit of a rough matchup,
Yeah,
but
but Gibbs
I
is the
think they're going to use him in the passing game.
yeah.
So I think they're going to rely on him to get the ball moving. Him and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
I'm kind of wary, but I think it's going to be good for Gibbs. CMC is a given versus Washington. I think he's going to just
Destroyed.
he's going to run Washington down.
If you're a real one,
So,
it is.
yeah. So, Josh has CMC and
Okay.
he has DeAndre Swift as his RB2. Who's Swift playing? Oh, they're facing the G-men. Yeah,
Have
okay.
yep. Yep.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
facing the G-men. So we will.
Or no,
I
no, no.
think that's a.
They have Arizona. Philly has Arizona.
Oh, Philly has Arizona. Oh,
Good pick.
okay. So that's even better, honestly, for
It's
DeAndre Swift.
49ers. 49ers have the we
Oh,
pick.
okay. So CMC. No. CMC is against Washington.
Let's see here. Who's playing? Or the Rams have the Giants. Yeah, seems
There you go.
Washington. Gibbs has
Oh
Dallas.
man, Kyron Williams would be a good ad if we
Yep.
didn't have CMC. So
We won't.
definitely Kyron
Yeah,
Williams.
Eagles have Arizona.
Yeah, but we can't put Kyron Williams and CMC in here. That's just wrong
That would be dirty.
because they're both like top tier RB1s.
Yeah.
So so DeAndre Swift against Arizona, I think that's a great matchup for him. I
And
think Arizona's going to try to make it interesting, especially against that
yeah, well, they need to be
number 31 ranked Philadelphia defense.
it's
So
it's not good.
yeah, it's bad. So we'll see. You know, I think they'll make it interesting, but I think DeAndre Swift is going to get his piece of the pie. So let's move on to
Me and Josh have same
wide.
wide one.
Yep, wide receiver one is
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb
see,
for both of y'all. I mean, that's again against Detroit.
that's
That's
given.
yeah, that's going to be an awesome game for him. I have Justin Jefferson versus Green Bay. Jair Alexander is out. They
Yeah.
just put a team suspension on him.
Oh,
So, yeah, apparently it's like he's bad for team chemistry. That's what they defined it as. So they put a player suspension on
okay.
him or a team suspension. So he's out for
It
the
sounds
rest
like
of the
team
year.
sanctioned bullying to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
We don't like
maybe.
that guy, so we're
We
gonna.
don't like that guy. Yeah. So with him out, I think JJ uh and Jordan Addison
Yeah,
both
well,
get a
Addison's
boost,
not
especially
rocking.
with Hawk out. With Hawk out, Addison is a interesting flex play in deeper leagues. So I would look at him. but I'm
I know a
thinking
lot of people were
JJ.
mad this last week because he
Yeah,
got like what 3-5 points after his
yeah,
31.
yeah. I mean, he kind of went downhill, but that was
I
kind of a rough
knew
game
I was kind of
for the
expecting it.
Vikings.
I didn't start him
Yeah,
my other league. I mean, granted, I started Cortland Sutton instead, so I guess
yeah,
nice. But
yeah. But this it'll be interesting. Um,
and then we
I
have
have yeah, yeah. So me and you have Chris Olave versus Tampa Bay.
that's a divisional game. Those are always solid.
Yeah, I think that it's a divisional game. Obviously, it's going to be a little rough, but Tampa Bay's pass defense has been abysmal all year, and they've kept themselves in the game pretty
Yeah.
much on the shoulders of Baker Mayfield. So, we'll see. I think New Orleans is going to have to throw. Derek Carr is going to have to show up in order to win this game, and they might just try because Tampa Bay is trying to get into the playoffs, right?
Well,
Yeah.
you're
See,
trying to hold
they
their
might
spot
just
because
try.
Atlanta and the Saints
Mhm.
are nipping at their heels. So
Yeah,
if the Saints beat the Bucks, it will be a three-way tie. But if
yeah.
Atlanta wins out, Atlanta will have the tiebreakers,
Okay.
except
Well,
over the
so
Bucks. The Bucks and
so
Atlanta would both be tied if they had the same.
If the Bucks lose to New Orleans this week, which I'm hoping
I
on
am
a
a
Chris Olave, you know, crazy good game,
monster game.
but yeah, monster game for him. But yeah. So I have Chris Olave. Josh's wide receiver two is Debo.
Well, and they need to bounce
I
back
mean,
against
I know they
Arizona.
need to bounce back from that. And
Or Washington, sorry, Washington.
Brock Purdy needs to get his head on straight before the playoffs, or else they're not going to make it very far.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he
um,
got that stinger and had a couple of things not go
yeah.
as well, and it just got away from him.
Well, I mean, 5 interceptions. That's not just a couple of things not going his way. I mean, there's
Yeah.
something going
Well,
on there.
those early
So,
picks, like, were kind of just got away from him. So, like, the first
yeah.
one was bad, but the second one, like, he just sailed it a little bit, and
Hmm.
safety screamed uphill and got the pick. Like, it was just one of those plays, like, I can't believe that just happened.
But either way, I
And then he
mean,
just let
it's
it go.
still,
So
yeah, it
that's
still
what
just
I'm
went
saying. He needs a
downhill real
rebound.
quick for him.
He
Yeah,
needs
I think it needs a rebound, but I just don't know against what? Who are
Washington.
they facing? The Washington?
Yeah, Washington Commanders are playing the 49ers.
Yeah, it might work out for him. Washington came back on the Jets uh last week and almost won. Or did they win? No, they won, didn't they?
Against
I think
Washington.
Washington I remember Washington making a comeback of like almost I think it was like 20 something points. I thought they won. So, but Washington has the ability to come
No,
back.
the Jets held on. They
Oh,
rallied
okay.
that late field goal.
Gotcha.
Beat 'em.
So Washington has the ability to keep
But
it
the fans were
interesting.
pissed about that they
Yeah.
let Washington rally like that.
Yeah. But Washington has the ability to keep up with high powered offenses.
Right.
So, we'll see. We'll see. They might make it an interesting game.
I'd all
Let's
different.
go on
That's
to
that's
tight
nice.
end.
Yeah, so Josh has got Isaiah Likely. Um,
I yeah, that's an
oh, good
interesting
choice.
pick.
I mean,
I
but
I can see it. I can see it. With Mandrews out, obviously, and they were kind of struggling. But I mean, he's been getting some decent targets over the last couple of weeks.
yeah.
So I can see him doing some damage. Um, I've got Trey McBride versus Philadelphia. Again, the Philly defense is kind of atrocious, and Trey McBride is like now the favorite target for uh oh my gosh, for their quarterback. So I think he'll be a good ad this week. If you have him, I think he's a lineup lock. If you don't have any other tight ends, dude, Trey McBride.
Oh yeah, he's
So, um,
I'm going to
Ethan
Njoku.
just changed his
Changed mine.
to Njoku. All right. Yeah, because he's been doing a lot of
Flacco's pretty
he's been
boy.
doing a lot of damage with Flacco at the helm. Honestly, this offense just looks different with Flacco at the helm. It looks
I
like
think very efficient.
they're very efficient and kind of high powered. Like Flacco is managing.
He's slanging.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I could see them go deep in the playoffs
Yeah.
with the defense that they have,
Oh yeah.
and now Flacco, kind of balling out there.
Dealing and
I could
dealing.
see them going deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
I'm all about
I think
Flacco.
that's a big.
Ellie
I think that's
Burns,
a good pick.
suck it.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to flex.
Me and Joe
Um,
have the same. I think, or no, me and you have.
no. Yeah,
Uh,
me and you have Rashad White versus New Orleans.
Josh is going
I
dark.
think, yeah, Josh is going real dark horse for his two picks, but I have Rashad White versus New Orleans and Amari Cooper versus the Jets. I think, oh,
Oh,
well, no, not versus the Jets. Why did I put the Jets? Wait, hold on. Who are they playing?
yeah, they're playing the Jets. Cleveland
They're
plays.
playing the Jets? Okay.
Yeah, you're not crazy.
All right. Well, I mean, the matchup with Sauce is not great, but
Who
I
cares?
I think they're gonna make it work.
Yeah, live and let
Yeah,
die, baby.
yeah. And I mean, you can't ignore a season or career high of like 260 something yards last week. Just absolutely nuts. So, I'll ride with Cooper
Yeah,
for my flexes.
I'm taking DJ Moore against the Falcons. He just always has a good day whenever he
Yeah,
plays. So I'm just
yeah.
taking the pick.
Okay. Well,
And
we'll
then
see what
Josh, you
Fields
got
does.
Mims. But I don't know why you'd want Mims
I thought
because
DJ Moore got injured last week
mm-mm.
because he was out after like the first play, or not the first play, but his first catch, he got a
Let's
knee injury.
see here. Yeah, he did suffer an ankle injury.
Oh, it's ankle. Okay, I
Um,
thought it was knee.
he was he was not listed on Wednesday's injury report.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So at least he practiced today.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he's going to be fine. If he
Okay.
isn't fine, I will change it. And I will reserve that medical
Oh,
exemption.
well, you already said it on the podcast.
Yeah, but
Can't
if he
take it back.
gets injured at the last second, that's
You should have. You should have put in somebody else. All right.
my back
So,
is.
um,
I just want that said here now. My backup is Debo if he's injured.
right. Okay. All right. So, Josh kind of went a dark horse. Went with some dark horses.
Yeah, well, so that's what I was
For
saying.
his flexes.
Russell Wilson is benched, and he picked Marvin
Yeah.
Mims. So
Yeah.
they
Marvin
changed
Mims and Demarcus
somebody.
Robinson. Those are real dark horses. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not
He
going to
might be
trash his
coming for
picks,
our Dream On
but
fantasy draft. He wants the
yeah,
first pick for the fantasy draft.
yeah, yeah, probably. So yeah, all right. So Demarcus Robinson and Marvin Mims.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that goes. Josh. All right. So now that we are done with our dream lineups, let's go ahead and go into our fantasy football matchup this week for the championship. It is
Woo!
against me and Josh. And right now, I'm struggling because I've got no quarterback
Yep.
that I am confident in. And I've got a whole stable of them. I've got Mason Rudolph, Gardner Minshew, Jake Browning, Trevor Lawrence,
And Nick
Will
Mullins.
Levis, and Nick Mullins. And right now, I'm heavily considering riding with Nick Mullins
Yeah, I'd go Mullins
over
over.
anybody else. Nick Mullins or Rudolph against Seattle. Like, I would honestly go either way because both of them kind of balled this week. I
Yeah.
mean, Nick Mullins, he struggled with those 4 picks, and he's going to because
He's a slinger.
obviously like he's a slinger. Yeah, he's a he's a gunslinger. So he just shoots it downfield, and I mean, who better to throw to than the Vikings wide receivers? I mean, Addison and JJ. I
Yeah.
mean, JJ, you throw it anywhere in his general vicinity, and he's probably going to catch it. So, I think it's going to be it'll be an interesting week if I stick with Nick Mullins, but
I
you
mean,
know,
it's just come down to like
yeah,
a couple of key areas. So like obviously QB's one like Lamar Jackson versus Nick Mullins. Like it should
yeah,
obviously be more, but it's about how well Nick Mullins can or whoever like
mhm,
plays. But then I think it's
yeah,
like a running back versus wide receiver gap. Like CMC and Kamara versus like Pollard and Brees, I think is a pretty big gap. So it's about how much they hurt you and how much your running backs help you. And then at
yeah,
wide receiver, it's the opposite. So it's your Sun God and CD versus Zay
yeah,
Flowers and Olave. Like how much can your receivers, you know, fill that running back gap, and how much
yeah,
is put up? How much is a lot? Like is Olave gonna have a career day in a divisional game?
yeah,
Um, I would argue a tight end gap too, but on the app it favors Josh, but I think it favors you with how Trey McBride's been playing. Like Kelsey has not
yeah,
been very good. So how much can McBride get you over Kelsey? So I think there's a lot of key matchups for you. Like is Debo and AJ Brown going to help him? Is Mostert going to go off for a butt ton of touchdowns?
yeah,
What's Devontae going to do without Russ? It should be a
yeah, and
matchup.
I'm still considering with having Mostert in, just with it being against Baltimore. That's kind of my one question mark for this week. I like the Javonte Williams against uh, the Chargers, especially with Herbert out. So, he could do well. Mostert, I mean, I still have some options. Jamar Chase might be back, so I might throw him in instead of Mostert, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It all depends because I'm waiting literally until last minute to set my lineup
I
because
mean,
I
I
have so many question
like
marks on my team. Hmm?
other than like the Jets, but because you're
I
going to
mean,
play Brees Hall no matter what.
obviously, yeah, I'm going to be playing Brees Hall because he's my only real like good running back. And with him scoring what 50 points last week, 40 something points.
43.
I mean, he's worth it even if he's playing Cleveland. I
He'll
mean, he
score
got
43.
yeah, no, but I mean, if you look at what his stat line was,
Oh no, it was
I
insane.
mean,
Yeah.
he got 20 touches and
98
16
receiving yards.
targets. He was their offense last week.
Yeah. 95
That's essentially what it was.
attempts, 12 receptions. Yeah.
So, I
Two
mean,
rushing touchdowns. Yeah.
that's a pretty good stat line, like very good stat line. So, I'm hoping that they use him a lot in the passing game against Cleveland. So, that might be a boon for him. But then again, they're facing Cleveland, like one of the toughest defenses in the league right now. So we'll see. On
Come down to
Josh's side, on Josh's side, he's loaded, fully
firepower.
loaded. Yeah,
Firepower.
he's got firepower. I mean, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. I mean, Zay Flowers is a little iffy, but they're facing Miami, so he's gonna get touches,
I mean, he looked really
or he's gonna get receptions. But and obviously Olave has a great matchup. Kelsey has a good matchup, but hasn't been really
Oh, CJ
producing.
Stroud might be available for you.
Holy, holy crap!
Oh no, you
I
took
just
Bryce
saw
Young.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's CJ Stroud is in my other league. I got
Yeah.
really excited there for a second. Thank you for breaking my heart.
All right.
But and then he's got AJ Brown and Debo Samuel in his flex. Obviously, like those are huge pieces,
Yeah.
and that's rough.
Well,
But
only people as of late. Like other than
yeah,
recent, it was nothing. And Josh would have actually been in trouble if Debo didn't have this little resurgence that he's been on.
Yeah, because I mean, he doesn't have any really any
He really
replacements
doesn't have
that
yeah.
are worth it. He doesn't have anybody to replace. Like literally, if
I mean Cortland Sutton, but he's not going to trust
I
him.
mean,
Like maybe
let's
Jameson.
just say this: he's got Zay Flowers, Chris Olave, and Debo Samuel all questionable. Now
Yeah.
I know that they're probably going to play, but
But
if
if
any
one of
one
them
of
goes
them,
down, yeah,
any one of them,
that's
then
a
that is a big downgrade from what he has. Now that's the problem with Josh's team is he has no depth, but he's got a plethora of talent on his lineup, like where it's set. So, and thing with me, I have plenty of depth, but not a lot of like star power on my team.
I mean other than
So
wide
we'll
receiver.
see. I mean, my team could just pull
Hey,
it out, and CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown and Brees Hall, all of them could have like massive games, and I could win. Who knows? But if they just do what they normally do, which is crap out, I don't know if I'll make it. I think I got lucky
in the first
getting to
round,
the championship.
but at least they did
I
first round.
Yeah, yeah. At least it wasn't a first round exit. That's I
Even
told
though it was
Ethan
close.
before.
Even
I
though it
told
was
Ethan
very
before. I know.
close.
I told Ethan before we got on the podcast. I was like, I'm just happy I didn't leave in the first round. Like that's as long as I didn't get a first round exit, I'm happy with my season,
Everything else is a
no
dream.
matter where it ends. So if I make it through the championship and I win out, I'm happy. But if I lose in the championship, I'll still be happy, like with my season, because I lost. I mean, if I lose this week, I lost to a 12-2 team in the championship. I mean, I'm all
It,
right with that.
it happens.
Yeah, and Josh deserves this win. I'm going 12-2 during the season. That's
Yeah,
crazy good.
it's impressive.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best seasons that we've ever had. So maybe not in scoring, because like he's only leading me. I think I'm second in points, and he's
I don't
leading
know.
me by
All
like
I
a
know is I
hundred
had
and
the most points
I think it's
scored.
like 160.
Like if you include the playoffs,
Yeah,
I had the most points scored
yeah,
again. That's all I know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You were unlucky, but that just happens. But honestly, I think we can. I think we can end the podcast here
Yeah, we
because
can call it
that's
there. Like here comes the
yeah.
ship. Battle for the ship.
Here comes the ship. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I have I have another option. Ty Chandler.
Ooh, you do have Ty
I
Chandler.
have him in my taxi squad. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Green Bay's a good
I'm
match.
a I'm a
Is Madison playing? If
look
Madison's
at
playing,
that. No, I don't think Madison is playing.
if Madison is not playing, I'd put Chandler in.
Yeah. I think
For a
Ty
punt,
Chandler is
for
taking
put him in
over
for
that
Pollard.
because he was back. Madison was back and he only got 2 touches last week.
Put him
So
put him in for Tony.
I might. For Tony
Tony,
Pollard, no.
yeah, Tony's been terrible.
I mean, the last couple of weeks, yeah, but
Tony's
they've
been
also
worse than
faced
ETN.
Buffalo, but they've also faced Buffalo and Miami.
Buffalo's
And the
not.
game script was against Miami and Buffalo. So I think he deserves one last chance with Detroit. But I don't
You're
know. Maybe it's just me.
crying to me.
All
Thank you
right.
for watching.
All right. I won't. I
It's
won't come
time for the
crying.
ship. Battle for the ship. I'm battling for ships. Ryan's battling for
Yep.
ships. You're probably
For
battling.
multiple ships.
You can follow us
All right.
anywhere you get podcasts.
Yes.
YouTube,
Yes.
Spotify.
Follow us anywhere you get podcasts. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for listening. And just check us out on YouTube, anywhere you get your podcasts. Come look at our social media pages on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at Last Place FP. And thank you guys for listening. It's been an amazing season, And this, I think we're not going to be capping off this year today, but within the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a end of the year sit down with some of our league mates, where we just sit down and talk about how the year went and
how much pain
and how much pain certain members of us are in.
I'm gonna point it out.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for listening, and we will see you guys in a couple weeks.
Never forget.
Ethan, do it.
Sometimes you are right. Sometimes you're Ryan.
And in the championship.
We'll see you next time.